What is up, my beloved reaction family? If you guys are new here, my name is Stax. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're finally checking out another Sabaton animated story video. And that animated story video today, we have Night Witches. Okay? So a little bit of backstory before we get started and learn some history. So, a little bit of background knowledge I got from this is that it's about Russian bomber soldiers in World War II, and I believe they were part of the Soviet Union back in World War II. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of World War II history and just war history in general. In fact, it's very interesting. But, without further ado, now that we have a little bit of background knowledge to start this video, let's get right into it.
The Germans are resting behind the lines of the Eastern Front, their tents in neat rows. All is in order in the quiet and still of the night. It's cold, and the winter snow crunches under the jackboot of a guard. Looking up into the sky, the snow starts to drift down. It's peaceful here. Was that a noise from the sky? No, it's just the wind. Suddenly, piercing the still of the night, there's an otherworldly scream and a whoosh as a dark form speeds by. And was that a woman's laughter in the distance? There are no engine sounds, and the suddenly fearful German soldier loses his footing and whispers under his breath, "Die Nachthexen." The world is all at once a bloom of fire and ash, and two more dark forms pass without a sound. Hearing the whooping and celebration of these supernatural creatures, the guard shakes himself from his fear and calls out, "Die Nachthexen! Die Nachthexen!"
I mean, if you were in war and all you hear is bomber planes coming around, wouldn't you do the same thing? I mean, as soon as you hear the first bomb drop, I'm out of there, man. I mean, it's either you go back to the trenches or you just lie down and hope for the best. Honestly, that's some crazy shite, man.
Real. The Night Witches.
The Night Witches.
The Night Witches. In the sky above, 3 planes of the soon-to-be famous 588th Night Bomber Regiment, their engines now running, turn east for home. Time to rearm and refuel for another mission. Coming into land, they're greeted by their commissar, Yevdokia Rashkevich. The young girls that form the pilots and navigators are between the ages of 17 and 26.
Damn!
They are desperate to take the fight to the Germans and have traveled from all over Russia to join the all-women regiments.
That's insane.
The 588th is where the least skilled of all the women are placed. But that didn't stop them from carving their name in history. In the early days, they were largely ridiculed by the Soviet men. Given men's uniforms that were too big and shoes all of the same size, the women did the best they could with the clothes, making them fit with belts or filling the large men's shoes with stuffing. The equipment they were given was woefully out of date. The Polikarpov PO2 was a 2-man trainer, underpowered and made of cloth and wood. These old string bags were nicknamed crop dusters, or even worse, sewing machines due to the noise their tiny engines made. But the women of the 588th ignored the taunts, and despite the odds, turned the plane's shortcomings to their advantage. The planes at maximum speeds were far below the stall speeds of any of the German fighters. Giving them a tight turning circle, they were almost impossible to hit. They were susceptible to small arms fire and anti-aircraft guns, so their strategy was to attack in threes, with a navigator in each plane. At her signal, the pilot would cut the engines and swoop in slowly, silently, dropping their bombs, dealing death from above. Unexpected, undetected, stealth perfected. If necessary, the other 2 would draw fire from the fighters or from the ground. They slept during the day and rose at dusk to take their vengeance on the invaders. This unnatural bravery and their stealth tactics earned them their title, the Night Witches.
Interesting.
The German ace, Johannes Steinhoff, said, "We simply couldn't grasp that the Soviet airmen that caused us the greatest trouble were in fact women. These women feared nothing."
That's pretty badass. Not gonna lie. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. We got Night Witches coming up next. Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of getting Red Baron vibes. Hiya! Nah, man, but just the way we started this off with that banger of an intro is insane, man. But not only that, saying that a lot of the men back then didn't really see the women as tough, and them saying a lot of the women being a lot tougher than the men is kind of crazy. I mean, you have to have some serious bolas to do this shit. I'm not gonna lie. To even go to war in general, you gotta have some serious. I applaud anybody that wants to go to war. I mean, personally, I would want to. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of yapping, but just to say, that's pretty badass.
"32 women, both pilots and navigators, never came home. The 588th became highly decorated and respected, flying more than 23,000 sorties, dropping over 3,000 tons of bombs. 23 Night Witches were awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union, although they were disbanded just 6 months after the war and not allowed to fly in the victory parade, given their planes were so slow. From 1956, after she retired from active service, their commissar Yevdokia Rajkevich took it upon herself to find the site of every single one of her girls that was downed, to mark the place and to pay her respects to each one of the incredibly brave Night Witches.
Well respected. I just kind of found it funny how they just banned into Sabaton at the end. That was pretty funny. But yeah, man. Honestly, as they should be rewarded because that's some absolute bravery, especially early days like that when plane technology was just really getting started. They're strapping like heavy ton bombs on crop dusters. And that in itself, that engineering is pretty insane. Um, but yeah, absolute banger from Sabaton yet again. Need I say less? um, but yeah, I really don't know what else to say, man. But yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. But what I do want to ask you guys, I know Sabaton has done a history segment on this particular history. So if you guys want me to react to Night Witch's Sabaton history, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys like the video, slap a like on the video and join click that subscribe button to join the family tree. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Been your boy Stax. Peace.